Hey guys, it's Vidya. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to one of my tutorials. In this one, I'm going to be teaching you about making main screen plugins. The main screen plugins tutorials on the Godot docs has a small problem with it. I don't know if it's a mistake or if it's going to be something that's going to be corrected in 4.3. But for right now, Godot 4.22 does have a problem. And I will be going over that problem as we get through the tutorial. Follow along in your current game if you have one already, or if you want to start a new game from scratch, you can certainly do that. I'm going to create a brand new game. So it's going to go on my assigned drive in my folder that I always keep my Godot games. And I'm just going to call this the main screen tutorial. Now this specifically isn't going to be a 2D or 3D or any type of graphics related type of tutorial, so whatever settings you want to have are just fine. None of them matter as far as this tutorial is concerned. I'm just going to go ahead and create a regular game and just keep it on the default settings that it was on for me. All right, great. So now I have a empty Godot project, and I'm going to go ahead and start making my plugin. I'm going to do that by clicking on Project and then Project Settings. And then we're going to click on Plugins, and we're going to click on Create New Plugin. Under Plugin Name, you can call your plugin whatever you want to call your plugin. I'm going to call mine the Cool Plugin. And the subfolder, again, I'm just going to call it Cool Plugin. And underneath Author, I'll put in my name. And version, you can do your own versioning scheme. I'm just going to do a 1.0 and get that GD script out of there. We're going to do C#. And underneath the script name, you want to just type in just the script name. You don't want to type in any paths or anything. This definitely tripped me up the first time I was doing it. So I'm just going to call this cool plugin.cs. We could make it camel cased. I'll make it camel cased. And we're not going to activate it immediately. We're going to hit create, and that'll create some folders. It will also open up Visual Studio or VS Code if you have that also. So what we're going to do is, just to show the issue, is let's hop on over to the Godot tutorial that I will have a link in the YouTube description down below. And we can go to the C# tab for the completed part of the script. It is about 1 screen, 2, 3, and it's on the 3rd screen down. We're just going to copy that, come back over to here. Remember, our class name is cool plugin, camel cased. I'm just going to delete it all out and paste in the code that I got off of the Godot docs. And then go up here and call this cool plugin. And the problem is that there's no object reference for the non-static field. So editor interface is non-static. I don't know if it's going to become static later or whatnot, but it doesn't. It's not available. So they did give us a static reference, but we have to add in the word singleton to it. Singleton. And we'll add a period. And we'll go down below and we'll put that right here, right before get editor theme. We're going to save. We have one more thing to modify, which is our scene that we want to open. So come back over to Godot. We're going to go into add-ins and then cool plugin. And then we're just going to create a new scene. And we're going to just call this the start scene. And we want to make it a user interface. It doesn't matter what the user interface settings are, but it has to be a user interface. It won't work with any other root node type. Okay, and to show that this is working, we can put in a picture. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a user interface object. And we're going to add another child node, and we'll add a label. And underneath that label, we'll just say, you can now create your plugin just like you would with a regular Godot UI application. And one thing I found is when working in this is that it tends to work better instead of just doing the theme overrides to increase your font size or anything you want to adjust, is to apply a theme. So I'm going to go ahead, pull down the theme, click on new theme, expand that out, hit the plus sign. I'm going to choose label, and come on over here to this fourth icon, hit a plus. We'll make that nice and big. I'll bring it up to 40. And go to resource and local to scene on. And we're going to do the auto wrap mode word smart. There you go. Perfect. We're going to take this start scene here. We're going to right click it and choose copy path. Come back over to your code editor and update the path on this line, on line 6. And then we're going to save. And now we're going to build our project. And then we're going to go project settings, go to plugins, click on enable. And if you did everything perfectly, it should say main screen plug-on up here. And there you go. You can now create your plugin just like you would with the regular Godot application. So you can see I got it full screen. It's running inside the Godot editor, C# running inside Godot. Now there's a couple things I wanted to show you that you could customize and give you a head start on that. One thing that you may want to change is your icon that shows up there. Maybe you don't want to like make your own icon or whatever. So we can use Godot's icons that are available. I gave a link in the description. And you can come over to the Godot icons and just scroll on through and look through them and find something that you like. I'm going to do paint. It's a little paintbrush. So you have to copy the case. So it has to be an uppercase P in paint. So I'm going to come over here. Instead of node, I'm going to have the word paint in there. The name of it is changed over here underneath get plugin name. You can just call this cool plugin or whatever you want your plugin to be called. This is where it's actually going to get the name to display inside the editor. We're going to come back to Godot. We're going to rebuild. You notice your stuff didn't update yet. We need to go to project settings, disable it, and then enable it. And there we go. And it seems like I have crashed Godot. So let me go ahead and close Godot. All right, and there we go. So lesson learned. If you want to disable your plugin, make sure you switch back over to one of the other tabs and then disable it. And then you can re-enable it after that. That's all I have for you today. The rest of the plugin creation can be whatever your imagination can come up with, just like for your games. So if you need a tool that runs inside the main screen of Godot. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.